Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife, Marie. And you are going in Smackdown Live.
Hi, this is Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke watching Going In the Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, and available wherever podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and then the notify bell right next to it to make sure you're always getting your new Going In Raw notifications. We're also, of course, in the audio realm. Be sure to show us some love there. Leave us a rating, review, or a comment. It's a great, free, and easy way to support Going In Raw. It really helps boost the exposure of the show. Of course, we're also on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steven Larson. It's sort of like a subscription service. You send us money on a monthly basis or just once, and then you get some rewards.
Yeah.
At the $5 mark, for example, we've got our bonus show, Overrun, 5 times a week. Today, after the show, we're going to do it live for patrons, and you have a chance at winning chat trivia, and either me or Larson will draw a picture of your choice.
Yeah.
A very silly little drawing.
Steve was better.
And then
Steve's a better artist.
Don't put that on me.
You're a better artist.
That's debatable.
Not for debate. You're better at drawing than I am.
We do have some new patrons in.
Oh, cool.
Want to show some love to patrons at $1 and up. Not only do you get the show ad-free, but you also get a shout-out.
Yeah.
Pizza Roll Fire.
Oh, wow. Great
See,
name.
at first it's good. It's pizza roll, but then fire, ooh, no, right? Fire bad.
you know, like on Saturdays before the newer SNLs will play old SNLs.
Yeah, it's awesome.
This last week they had one, like an old one with when Kevin Nealon was on Weekend Update.
I love it.
It was great.
I love it.
And they did a skit where Phil Hartman was the mayor of a city, and the city has like magic fish. And so everybody wishes for gold, so they're all decked out in crowns and gold capes. It was great.
I don't think I've seen that one. That's amazing.
It's pretty good.
That's great. They were all on coke back then, dude.
Oh yeah.
Imposter Katie Vick.
Sorry, Phil Hartman just had an exasperated look the entire time, which is what he did better than anybody.
Oh, he was magnificent. He was great.
That look.
There was
so good.
That Saturday Night Live book is a must read. I was always been a big fan of Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
But it's a really, really great read. And there's like one story in it. I forget the context of it, to be honest with you. But I just know that I think they were diving into sort of the relationships between the men and women back then in like the mid 80s. And because there was like one scene where like Phil Hartman and Jan Hooks were like filming a scene together, and they were supposed to be like making out. And then he popped a boner. And like was all embarrassed about it, and she like laughed it off. Again, I'm not even sure what the point. I just remember that because like if you got to figure as a performer, like if you're out there in a scene, that's got to be awkward. Like half the time when Lacey and I are watching a movie and there's like a sex scene, we always talk and we're like, that's got to be the most awkward thing.
Yeah, you got all those lights, a bunch of people.
Because these days they get pretty explicit with that stuff.
Yeah. And you got your little, what they call those little pieces of cloth they put over your front
I guess
areas.
he has like some sort of sock, right? Yeah. I don't know. I'm not really. I've never looked into it.
Yeah,
it's fascinating to me. Weird movies. Lacey King. Garcia Akane, Macho Man, Sandy Sandwich. Oh, yeah. Sandy Sandwich. And then the Rain Trigger. Welcome to the Patreon family. Anyways.
Yes, thank you.
I want to give 2 shout-outs really quick also. There you go. Humidifier here in chat said Phil Hardman.
Oh,
he was really the best, man. God, he was so
great.
good.
He was so good.
First off, I want to give a shout out to our good friendo, the Wayne Maker.
Yes,
he landed in the hospital yesterday.
Yes.
I think the official diagnosis was he's a fat bastard.
Oh, dear.
And so he landed in the hospital.
Wow. Sending your best to Wayne Maker. I see.
He's a guy who wears wrestling hats in public. And that's why he landed in the hospital.
No, let's be serious.
But
what you told me, it seems like it could have been a scary situation.
It seemed like a scary situation.
He's okay.
He sent me a picture of him in the hospital wearing his Progress hat, so a lesson was not learned. But thank God he's okay. He's a valued member of the community here. Much
Most
love
definitely.
out to Waymaker and the
Yes,
Waymaker
hope you're doing
family. I also want to give a quick shout out here. I won a contest, man.
Really?
I won a flipping contest.
Did you get? Is there a gift card in there?
Well, I think this person is a savvy business person. So there's an artist that you can find on Twitter at Punk Rock Big Mouth, but the big is just a BG at Punk Rock BG Mouth. I think, and then her shop is punkrockbigmouth.bigcartel.com. She ran a contest. She does a lot of wrestling inspired artwork, and honestly, it looks so cool. Like if she hasn't been hired by like Boom Studios to do a WWE comic, they're stupid. But anyways, she did one of those things where, hey, retweet, follow,
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
could
yeah,
win
yeah,
some
yeah,
piece of
yeah,
artwork.
yeah.
So I followed those directions.
Oh, and then you were.
And
the
I'm
winner.
not sure. I'd like to think that it was out of sheer luck. Chances are she probably saw, hey, these guys have some people who, for some reason, pay attention to them. Maybe it'd be a good idea to, send them something. And so I won. I was one of 5 people.
It's a major award.
So check this out. I got this. This is going up on the set here.
Let's see. Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Look at this.
Oh,
She
it's
did
the
this
sucker
thing
punch
right here.
It's the sucker punch.
It's the Becky Charlotte sucker punch.
I love that.
So that's awesome.
great.
And then she also.
Oh, there's more.
I got this little drawing, like an actual drawing here.
Sketch.
And it's Becky Lynch, and it says, "You are Bexcellent. Thank you for supporting my artwork, Nikki." And there it
that's
is.
cool.
I don't know if you guys can see it too well.
We'll put it on the board too.
Yeah. Well, no, this is mine.
Oh,
I'll put
sorry.
that one on the board.
Yeah.
So look at that right there. So I got that.
That's pretty
So
cool.
it's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, that's
Again,
really good.
You can check her stuff out at Punk Rock BG Mouth on the Twitters, and then Punk Rock Big Mouth, the entire thing, .bigcartel.com.
Yeah, that's good.
So thank you again, Nikki.
Yeah,
that's
that's cool.
really, really neat.
Well done.
Yeah.
Congratulations on you winning the contest.
I'm the winner.
You are the winner.
I am winner.
The
number
winner
one.
is you.
The winner is me. The winner is Steve. What'd you think of SmackDown?
It's a fun show, man. Character development, action, more character development, high drama. I felt like there was movement and storylines, whereas for the most part on Raw there kind of wasn't.
Wow.
Yeah, people liked it.
I just put up the community tab. I need to start doing these at night.
Well, maybe the first thing in the morning is good. People have time to think.
I kind of
it
feel
over.
that way too. Yeah.
Sometimes you need to sleep on things before you get a.
But at the same time, I like when we have like 3,000 votes to choose from.
Oh yeah, it's a much larger sample size, but it's fun because you read the results to begin the show, give it time, view results again at end of show.
So the yays are at 71%. The nays are only at 3%. I don't know. Are you even watching wrestling? Like, what are you even watching? Did 3% of this 185 people? Did 3% of those people like throw up on themselves? Like, was this external
Maybe
pressures here?
Just I don't know. Just
Did 3% of people get robbed during SmackDown last night? Well, that's a nay.
Really high expectations, or
That could be. Did they think that
something?
I don't know.
Maybe the 3% were really hoping for that Samoa Joe R-Truth U.S. title match that didn't come to
That could
fruition,
be.
and
That
therefore,
could.
nay.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe they were excited because there was that report from Fightful that Eminem was going to show up.
Is this one
at
of those
some
things
point.
where every week SmackDown advertises something, and then there's like, ha, let's pull a fast one because we think it's funny on the
They
fans?
have no idea what they're doing. Digital,
I mean-
those poor bastards at Digital. They're
I mean,
like, why? I wrote this amazing prose, and then
It was
for the preview,
it was pretty decent.
It was
prose
very
this
well
week.
done.
And then,
I just think every week Vince is like, yeah, we have to move on. Like, let's just get Joe and Truth in there this time. And then he gets closer to show. He's like, man, I'm not going to take Ray and Andrade. I'll just put Ray and Andrade back in. Every week he takes him out and then he puts him back in the last
well, I was
minute.
kind of hoping. I mean,
Hey, Ray. He saw Ray's nude-colored bodysuit.
yeah, what was up with that?
His Ray skin-colored nude
That was
bodysuit.
weird.
It made him look like he had a thong.
Yeah.
Corey Graves said, looks like he's tanning his cheeks. That was not a flattering outfit.
No.
It was like Giant Gonzalez, man.
Yeah, it was kind of strange.
Yeah,
I
they should have
thought
had some
as
hair
much as,
painted on.
No, as much as I enjoy R-Truth and his work, I was kind of thinking, well, he'll have his rematch against Joe, probably lose, and then Joe can move on to whatever his Mania feud's going to be. Maybe his Mania feud's still going to be these 3 other gentlemen.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
Joe will have to run the Gauntlet at Mania.
Yeah.
Gauntlet matches seem to be all the rage these days.
Yeah,
which is
man.
great because I love him.
Yeah.
Love him.
Oh, he's the best.
Who? Gauntlet match? He's the best.
I just heard the word Joe, and then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Right. You can't call, dude. Look,
Joe is the
sometimes
best.
I'm looking at chat right now. You just gotta let me go with
No,
it.
you set yourself up to be ridiculed.
You can't
gotta
call
take
me
it.
out every time. This is a business we're running here. If the people knew how stupid I was.
I feel like half time I say something, I look over to her, dude. This is what you're doing.
Don't look at me then, all right? Do I need a divider? Do
No,
we need a bundling
there's
board
a thing
right
here.
here?
There's a thing here. There's supposed to be interaction. This is not. We're co-hosts.
Nah, man.
Interaction.
I feel like this
We
is-
can't just take
you know,
turns
man,
talking.
From now on, this is gonna be a urinal situation. I'll put a urinal.
I'm
here.
taking that wall down. It's in for repainting.
Well, did you take a look at that urinal wall before they repainted it? It was
Yeah.
a mess.
It was a mess. It's
What
probably-
was that? I mean, obviously, part of it is a pee-pee, but
No, I'm sure it's like rust and stuff.
oh my goodness gracious!
I'm sure maybe it was the
somebody
initial
has some acid pee going
paint. Well, I mean, you know what pee is predominantly.
on. Acid,
Ammonia.
stomach- yeah, ammonia. That too.
So, you know,
Pure acid. That's
It's-
what it is.
yeah, it's like the blood of a xenomorph.
Exactly. That's why I was wondering why my urethra is just burning, searing every
You
time
should
I
probably
pee.
get that looked at. You shouldn't have blood of xenomorph running through your urethra, dude. That's not healthy.
Put that on best of March.
All right, there you go. Anyways, it looks much better now. It's probably like the original coat of paint on it or something.
Oh dear.
Anyway, SmackDown's a lot of fun. Let's get on with it. Show opened with Shane coming down. So Mr. Ring Announcer says, here's in the ring Shane McMahon. Shane goes over to him and says, no, announce me the best in the world.
Yeah.
And so he does. And then he grabs him by his
grabs
collar.
his face. He grabs his face and said, "Do it with conviction."
And so he does it again. Not good enough for Shane. He goes there and grabs him again.
Yeah.
Do it like you mean it. And finally, Mr. Ring Announcer does, to Shane's satisfaction.
That ring announcer was acting like he hadn't been cleared for wrestling either, because he's like, "This is not part of my job."
Yeah,
Getting
no.
manhandled by Shane McMahon.
Well, I mean, it's technically not. And Shane explained why he turned on the Miz. He said he's tired of people asking him for stuff, saying, "Hey Shane, help get me over. Hey Shane, help me better myself. Hey Shane, get me more money. Hey Shane, help me in my career." Shane's tired of it.
That is seriously like the best motivation I've ever heard from a heel. I am so tired. My main reason for like snapping is I hate people bugging me about stuff. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great motivation. He said Mrs. Dad had a potato head.
Baked potato
A
face.
baked potato face.
That was great.
Oh, that was so
That
good.
was good. And he says he's the best because he was born that way, and now he's going to do things for himself.
Oh, that's a face turn as far as I'm concerned. That is a face turn,
He
man.
said all the things to that crowd that you are just dying to say to me.
Exactly. You, my family. It ain't just you. My Lacey the other day, because my parents have been in Paraguay for like
Yeah.
weeks now.
Yeah.
My mom's been there for months. Like, I only know her via FaceTime. And Lacey was like, "Man, I'm kind of bummed out, man. Your parents have been gone forever. I don't know when they're going to come back because they have like an open-ended ticket." And I'm like, "Not me. I see them way too much, man. Way too much. They're here all the time."
Yeah. At the end, Shane says, "This isn't a request. I'm your boss after all.
Yeah.
Match at Mania so I can continue the beatdown I gave you
love
at
it.
Fastlane because it felt so good."
I don't need no build for that. I just need Shane to say, "You know what? I'm so tired of these idiots coming up to me, bugging me. Miz, you're idiot number one.
Your dad, idiot number two.
With baked potato face. Be there at Mania. Bring the baked potato face guy."
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, man. That was awesome.
The action kicked off with Aleister Black, Ricochet, and the Hardys taking on Thebar, Rusev, and Nakamura. This was fun.
This is great.
This was a lot of fun.
I love the only guy that got an entrance is Aleister Black. They love that entrance. I don't think anybody else did he?
I thought Ricochet got one.
Did he come out before Aleister Black?
No, after.
Then no, they went to
Oh,
commercial.
man, bummer.
I think.
They did a good job. I'll say this, though. They must have been listening because there wasn't a whole lot of action interrupted by commercial breaks because most of the commercial breaks happened during entrances.
Yeah.
So hats off to the producers over on SmackDown Live for timing that out.
I was legit worried because Aleister Black came out and his entrance is forever, but I don't care because I love it. And then I'm pretty sure it went to commercial. I could be wrong. But then we come back and ding, ding, ding.
Everybody's in the ring. I love it.
Oh, man.
I don't want to waste the time. I mean, I like entrances as much as anybody, but I'd rather see wrestling.
I don't think you do. I think a lot of people love entrances. I'm with you. I joke about it, but I can't. I'm tired of it.
Unless it's WrestleMania and they're doing something special. I've seen the entrances before.
I'm actually okay seeing Aleister Black's because he's great.
Ricochet's is great.
Ricochet's is great. And then I'm a big fan of Asuka's song.
Yeah, Asuka's
I can't get enough.
fantastic,
And
yeah.
then her when she dances and she's got the mask.
Yeah, agreed.
And then I love when they go to close up. I can watch that a million times when she takes off the mask. I never know what face she's going to be making.
I know.
Could be menacing, could
But
be
it's
smiling.
always interesting.
I always want to know what it is.
And I always like Finn Balor's entrance because he gets in the rope and he jets his groin out towards the crowd.
Very sexual. Awesome. Like half the arena gets pregnant at that point. Even the men, like in that Schwarzenegger movie, Twins 2.
I mean, it's happened to me.
Twins 2, now I'm pregnant. You've been pregnant before.
No, I haven't. That's not. No.
I had to drive you to go get the thing.
Well, it's the power of Finn Balor, man.
Everybody in the arena, they're doling out Plan Bs.
Oh my gosh. So this match was fun. There was that one sequence where like everybody lay each other out with either a finisher or a signature move, culminating in Jeff Hardy hitting a swanton on Cesaro, but then everybody on Cesaro's team, save for Cesaro, broke up the pinfall.
Yeah.
And then all 8 men to start brawling. New Day run down, clear out the whole ring.
Yeah.
That was great.
Man, I love this. I love this. We got to see, it was what I wanted to see. Like New Day, they're not messing around. No smiles on those faces.
None.
They are coming out for business.
Yep.
I love it.
And I like that Alfred Konuwa, friendo, tweeted out, why can't the New Day, can't they be elevated to the level of the Shield, 3 massive single stars? And he said, this is evidence that it can be done.
I think, yeah.
Which obviously it can be done.
I think it's a good point. I think probably by nature of like the origins of each of these teams behind the scenes, like New Day was obviously sort of cobbled together because it's not like Kofi and Big E and Xavier Woods are really going anywhere. So they were like, hey, we got nothing to lose. Whereas with the Shield, it was obvious.
They're pushing him to the moon directly.
Yeah. But that being said, once the New Day became as big as they did, and it was obvious that, wow, these guys are big, there is no reason.
Well, I think those are I wonder at least the perception amongst the executives or creative in WWE is if you're quote unquote a comedy act, which I personally don't think New Day is a comedy act. They're funny,
Yeah.
but they do a lot more than comedy. But I wonder if they're seen as more so a comedy act by executives or creative whatever, and
Probably.
therefore just kind of relegated to that role rather than being pushed as, serious single stars.
Yeah.
Which they should be because they're all great.
I think you're probably right about that, especially I love Xavier Woods. I think he's fantastic, but Big E has world champion written.
Oh, yeah, man.
Written. He's got the best of everything. He really does.
Oh, he most certainly does.
And last night when he was doing his serious stuff, you could see it all over. It was this dude he's built for drama and comedy.
I've been saying that for years, Steve.
It doesn't have to be an I told you so. Again, you're making me want the urinal wall here.
Well,
the freshly painted one, or the nasty pee-pee acidic side just on your side.
Xenomorph blood.
Xenomorph blood.
Yes.
And my weird STD stuff on your side. Too many Plan Bs in my life.
We're well past 30 seconds, right? Because with all that kind of talk, we're certainly going to get demonetized.
It's adult talk, man.
Yeah,
It's
I guess
adult
so.
talk.
After that match, which was fun, great to see intense New Day clear the ring. Down the bowels of the arena, Usos promo.
Oh, yeah.
This was great. I'm assuming they write their own stuff because
They have to.
because nobody's promos other than theirs sound like theirs do. Has the interesting wordplay like theirs do.
Yeah.
Their stuff's just all really good.
Yeah, I know.
And it feels really fresh and original
I know. It always does.
and very
they,
particular to them.
they called out the one tag team that they're probably going to face in a Mania.
Oh, it's the Hardys, yeah.
And I was really hoping to be the Club, but it's not.
No, it's the Hardys because they've been going back and forth on Twitter too.
That's a big-time Mania match.
It is a Mania
anyways.
match. And I heard something on Twitter today that assuming the Usos hold on to those tag titles between now and Mania, which they most assuredly will, they'll be the first team to carry tag titles in the Mania for 3 years in a row.
Oh, that's interesting.
After not being on the Mania main card ever in their career.
Good for them.
3 years in a row, they're walking in with those tag team titles.
Good for them.
I know, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Anyways, great promo. I'm sure the Hardys-Usos match will be pretty solid at Mania.
Oh, man, that'll be a killer match.
Yeah, man.
Matt's in great shape. Jeff's always in great shape.
Yeah, he's like
Usos
the
are
exact
great.
same.
Yeah, that's really good.
It is.
Anyways, before we continue, here's a word from our sponsor, forhims.com. Hey, Larson.
What?
How's that hairline of yours doing up there? Is it starting its retreat yet? Any bald spots yet?
Well, Steve, it is easier to keep the hair you've got than replace what's already been lost. And if I'm looking to do something about this receding hairline, why would I try odd solutions when I can look to medicine and science?
Science!
With forhims.com, you can get your hands on well-known generic equivalents to brand-name prescriptions to help you keep your hair.
Well, tell me though, Larson.
What?
Will you have to waste your time anxiously sitting in a waiting room only to go in for an awkward doctor's visit to get your hands on some hymns?
No. With Hims, you get real doctors and medical-grade solutions to deal with hair loss. Just go to 4hims.com, answer a few questions, and a doctor will look over your order and bang! Products are shipped directly to your door. Steve, it's that easy.
And right now, Going In Raw listeners can get a trial months of hymns for only $5 while supplies last. Go to 4hims.com/GIR. That's FORHIMS.com/GIR. This would cost you hundreds if you went to a pharmacy or the doctor.
Again, we'd like to thank Hims for sponsoring today's episode, and you're really helping out Going In Raw by going to 4hims.com/GIR.
After that, man, this was a killer. This was a killer
fantastic,
promo.
man.
This was really good. Again, you could do these really, really simple, effective promos like Shane's at the beginning, like this one. That's all really the build you need for Mania. What were you going to say?
This goes over similar ground we've seen before, AJ and Cena's program.
Yeah.
But it was just concise. It was biting. It was to the point. There's some good insults in there.
Yeah, the points that they made.
It was all very effective.
Were all incredibly valid.
So let's start from the beginning. Randall Orton comes out. He grabs a mic, and he kind of chronicles what he was doing versus what AJ was doing in various years early in their career. Because Randy's premise, his thesis, if you will, is that SmackDown is in fact not the house that AJ Styles built, because in 2002, when Orton made his debut on SmackDown, AJ was wrestling in
bingo
halls for $10 in front of 12 people.
Yeah.
He says in 2004, when Randall Orton, won my first world title,
the youngest ever,
AJ was shaking hands after matches or before matches in bingo halls, reference to Ring of Honor, because they got the code of honor. You got to shake hands after matches or before matches. 2005 said AJ was suntanning with Dixie Carter down in Florida.
Ooh, Dixie Carter reference. We're getting deep here.
Yeah. Whereas he was probably doing something else. Match against Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And he says year after year after year, AJ was elsewhere pretty much up to 2015. I was here. He calls SmackDown the house that Randy Orton built. AJ Styles comes down to the ring, and AJ says, I'm proud to come from the Indies. You wouldn't have cut it, because all you have does the Orton pose, and then says he has a knockoff diamond cutter.
Yeah.
Woo!
Whoa!
That struck a nerve with Mr. Orton.
Who then responds with, you want to call what I do a knockoff? Well, plenty of your indie buddies have knockoffs as well. And
throws
he throws
Too
up
Sweet,
the Too Sweet, referencing all the Bullet Club. And AJ
then
says, well, you want to talk about indie guys, look backstage.
You're
surrounded by them.
Yeah, and then AJ makes the case that Randall Orton's had a lot of help getting to the top.
This was an interesting counterpoint. I liked it because, you can't really say a lot about Randy Orton. Like, Randy Orton, man, he does have the accolades.
Yeah.
But then when you frame it in this manner, I really kind of appreciated that they found something, even though, you can agree or disagree with it. But, his point was basically, I did it on my own. When you're in the indies, you do it on your own. You were coddled and you had all the help in the world.
You're going back to when he's got his foot in the door thanks to his dad.
His dad, Evolution, Legacy.
Rated RKO.
Rated
He didn't even
RKO.
mention the Authority.
Yeah. So he said, you had a lot of help to get to the top.
And Randy said, well, I'm the landlord and rent is due, bitch.
Did he say bitch or you son of a bitch?
I think he said bitch.
Boy, we're living in different universes.
Yeah, man.
I thought he said son of a bitch. Son of a bitch that's one of my favorite
if you say it really fast, especially
80s era, two insults back in the 80s in movies would always cut so good. That and bastard.
Yeah.
You bastard.
Yeah, you bastard's great.
You
it's my
bastard.
Favorite. But if you say son of a bitch, you gotta say it like Kenny Omega does.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, super fast.
Yeah.
Maybe he did say son of a bitch. I don't know.
Maybe he said one of the
B word was in there for sure.
Yeah, he definitely said the B word.
Yeah. And then AJ says, all right, if you want rent, come and get it from me. And he points to the Mania sign. So AJ will pay rent about 3 weeks late at WrestleMania.
Yeah. Well,
most certainly we'll get some sort of notice on his door if he waits that long to pay rent, though.
Don't want that sheriff to come around.
No, you don't want to face eviction.
Yeah, they're not messing around either.
No.
Let's see here. Maybe Chad will probably fix us on this.
He said son of a bitch. You're correct.
He said, okay, good. I just love that phrase. I'm not a huge fan when people just straight up use the B word on its own.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Makes me kind of uncomfortable.
Me too.
I don't know why it does. It's just
me
it's just
too.
extra demeaning.
No, it really is.
But when you say son of a bitch, that's like you're in a bar. You know?
Yeah.
It's like you're in a dive bar and you're about to get a bottle over your head.
Yeah.
That I'm okay with.
Yeah, my apologies for getting that wrong. I was taking notes while stuff was happening.
No, man, no apologies necessarily. I didn't even know that Shane fought Undertaker. So
Fair point. Anyways.
It smells like coffee.
Like coffee?
Yeah.
Is it clean?
I cleaned it, yeah.
Oh, all right.
Well, evidently I did.
Did you clean it with coffee?
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Dang it.
Wasn't fresh water. It was coffee water. Next, we had Asuka taking on Sonya Deville. Happy to get the strobe lights back.
Ooh, but the strobe lights were in picture because they did like a replay or a commercial or something.
Man. I still got my strobe lights.
And they're much shorter now.
Yeah, it was
they
much shorter.
Only on there for a moment.
Yeah.
It's wise move, WWE.
No, that should
Who
be
wants
the
that?
her whole entrance should
Listen, man. Do you don't? There are people out there that could probably easily trigger some sort of seizure.
be. Yeah, I'm aware of
I
that.
don't want
That's a bummer.
that.
I don't want that either. I don't want that either.
Okay, then. My goodness gracious.
But no, I can still
Just for your kicks to get your
I
rocks
didn't say
off.
that. I didn't say that. I didn't say it was
That's
a
another
I didn't
good
say,
phrase.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. I didn't say it was an either or proposition. I'm just going to enjoy it while it's there.
All right, man. Well,
Anyways, we kind of had a similar situation we saw at Fastlane. This time, though, Asuka kicks Mandy when Mandy is hanging out ringside. Mandy is trying to get up. She happens to pull the apron down while trying to get up. That causes Sonya Deville to slip. She eats a kick from Asuka, and then Asuka applies Asuka lock. Sonya taps out. Asuka wins. Bit of a disagreement between Sonya and Mandy on the ramp.
yeah.
Where Mandy was like, see?
Yeah, I feel like in that situation, Mandy Rose is like you, and I'm Sonya Deville.
Explain.
Even I'm because that's like an I told you so type situation where the first time it was an accident. I'm sorry I messed up.
Yeah.
And then even after that apology, you still do what you can to jack me,
All right.
to screw me over.
All right.
Agree? That's like something you would do.
I mean, from
feel.
your perspective, I could see that, yeah.
Well, I think it's the truth.
After
Glad
that,
you didn't argue with me on that.
After that, we had a fun Iconics promo
Yeah, it was good.
where they were like, "Where's Sasha and Bailey? Where are they at?
Where are
They
they?
haven't showed up on SmackDown yet.
Yeah.
They want their title opportunity. It's
Well,
going to
yeah.
be iconic.
You think that's going to be? You think they're going to do that
Four
four-way?
corners thing, maybe. Sasha and Bailey, Iconics, Natalia and Beth Phoenix,
I think you do
and
this.
then who from NXT?
I think somebody, Natalia and Beth Phoenix or Tamina and Nia Jax, they got to fight over that last spot because you got to put the Sky Pirates in there, man.
Yeah,
you
man.
got to have NXT, SmackDown,
Yeah,
one team from Raw,
yeah.
and then of course the champions.
Hell yes.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah, that's what I was saying yesterday, man. But you wanted the Sky Pirates match to happen to TakeOver. That's what you said.
Yeah,
Which would be
'cause
ideal.
They're so good.
They're awesome.
So
you
you
you'd
have-
think the wrestling would be better, but
Sky Pirates to takeover, and then
2 days later at
2
Mania.
days later.
Okay. See, that's something worth considering.
I don't know what I like better though, because I want the Sky Pirates to be in Mania. Ooh,
What about this
WrestleMania.
then? Consider this.
Both.
It happens at TakeOver. Sky Pirates win the titles.
Whoa, never gonna happen.
I know, but then
Although, why wouldn't it? More people watch takeovers than the main shows.
I know, man.
That's still crazy.
It is crazy. Anyways, Sky Pirates win belts at TakeOver.
Yeah.
And then the four-way at Mania has Sasha and Bailey involved too.
I love it.
And that's how you do it.
think
You,
it's
you
great.
have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah, man.
Next, Becky Lynch promo. She walks out in the ramp with crutch, tosses the crutch off the side of the
Mm-hmm.
ramp, walks down the ring. Says, "Man, it feels great to not have to walk with the crutch, to walk on my own 2 feet,"
Yeah.
which
yeah.
is great. She talks about how she's getting in Ronda Rousey's head, which is quite a feat considering she says Ronda Rousey doesn't have a brain.
Yeah. Ouch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Calls Ronda Rousey a weirdo.
Said she's stupid. Yeah.
Yeah. And then talks trash about the chosen one, Charlotte. Charlotte walks down. And
She says, I've been holding it down for 4 years. I've been hot for 4 years. And you've been hot for 6 months. And then Becky says, well, you didn't do anything with the division. And then I come along. And
we're main eventing WrestleMania.
Yeah.
They didn't need a queen. They needed the man.
Good point.
Yeah.
Solid point.
It is a solid point.
Yeah.
Becky, face that makes good points.
Yes.
Next, we had a Daniel Bryan interview as he's leaving McMahon family office. And he said he had a conversation about Kofi with Vince, and also why Mustafa Ali was added to the WWE title match at Fastlane. And Kayla asked him what was the result of all that, and Daniel Bryan says, well, I got put in a tag match. Myself and Rowan taking on Kevin Owens and Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
And then he walks off. Next, tag match that was supposed to be R-Truth versus Mojo initially. Instead, we get Mysterio and R-Truth teaming against Andrade and Samoa Joe. Fun enough match. I kind of wish it was a singles match, though. But Joe hits a 619 on Joe and Andrade. Ray goes for a frog splash on both of them. Joe evades. Andrade takes it. Joe goes for a Uranagi. Ray reverses into a roll-up for the win. He pinned U.S. champ. Joe was so mad, he started doling out Uranagis to everybody. R-Truth 8-1, Andrade 8-1.
Yeah.
Ray escaped before he can eat one.
Yeah. Joe, I love when Joe, especially now that he's champion, him getting pinned is like the most offensive thing possible for him.
Yes.
He was beside himself.
Oh, man.
It was really cool. Yeah, I'll never look. I feel you, like the whole singles match thing. In this particular situation, totally fine with it. We had weird naked Rey Mysterio with his weird thong outfit, tanning his cheeks, and then you get Andrade wearing his best yellow attire.
Oh, that looked great.
It looked amazing.
Yeah, it looked really good.
Fantastic.
It looked really good.
And then Truth is still in there doing his Cena stuff. I love all this. I mean,
it's wildly entertaining.
I
yes.
understand the idea. It's like, how are you not going to put Rey and Andrade on everything? You know, Yeah, they're just great.
Oh, yeah. I just kind of feel like, though, since there's not a whole lot of one-on-one action between the two of them, whether it be they haven't really done any promo stuff for any of this any time during this feud, or even there's not a whole lot of situations in any of these matches where they're denying each other victory. That it's great that they're in the ring together doing stuff because it's always amazing, but it's not really advancing anything.
No, it's not. And yet somehow I don't really care, although I should. You're right. Like, you want stuff to advance, but man, this for whatever reason, this four, they have just amazing chemistry because they all bring something very interesting to the table.
Yeah.
And holy crap, it's so good.
Yeah, it is good.
But yeah, I get you. You want some. You got like 3 weeks till Mania.
And you want some advancement.
You want some advancement. Figure out what's going to be happening because I'm wondering, are any of these guys going to end up in the Battle Royal, or are we going to get some sort of final 4-way between them? I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think at this point, all 4 of them, and I know we were talking about, man, it'd be great. Although I'm assuming Cena's going to do Angle now, huh? Instead of Joe.
Seems like it.
Kind of feels like that's the case.
Yeah.
In which case, just let these 4 go out there and do something, even if it's in the kickoff show.
Have an elimination 4-way match.
Oh, killer idea.
That's what you do. That's how you make it different.
Oh, that's such a great idea. See, look at that. We should start a show where we book our own WWE, but using like 2K.
See, that's good.
I tried to do a gauntlet. You can't do gauntlet, man. You can't do custom gauntlets. Although, does WWE, does 2K, do they add towers on a regular basis? Because there's a lot of towers that I don't recall being there.
Yeah. There's various towers now. Yeah.
I think it'd be rad if they were to do a thing where you have like a Kofi tower, because that's all it is. It's a gauntlet,
Yeah. It'd be kind of cool if you could do a custom tower.
It'd be really cool if you could do that.
Maybe you should look into that. Maybe there's a way to do it. I don't know.
I'm gonna text somebody and find out.
Yeah.
No, there isn't. I checked last night.
Oh, bummer.
In fact, many people posted a video saying this should be added.
Maybe next year.
Yeah. But I try to do kind of the next best thing with like damage retention. I did a tournament.
Yeah.
But I set up, and obviously you couldn't mimic it exactly, but it was, what was it? I put Kofi versus, hold on. I did Kofi versus Randy first because that's going to be the first thing.
Yeah. Well, you could probably kind of set it up.
This is how I set it up. Okay. So I had Kofi versus Orton, also in the first round. Samoa Joe versus Brett Harrington, because that's an easy win for Samoa Joe, right?
Yeah.
And then Sheamus versus Dan Sears, another easy win, right? And then Rowan versus Hawkins. Now, obviously, in the semifinals, you're going to get 2 of the opponents that you should be fighting, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's not going to really work the gauntlet way. But what happened was, so I ended up beating Randy Orton.
Okay.
Even Kofi kicked out of 2 RKOs.
Wow.
Sadly, I could not beat the AI Samoa Joe.
No, yeah.
So he went on. And interestingly enough, Dan Sears beat both Sheamus and Rowan.
Wow.
To advance to in this particular tournament, which is King of the Ring.
Wow.
Samoa Joe ended up beating Dan Sears in the finals.
Here's a question I have about all that, though. Let's say For the sake of discussion, Kofi doesn't win this Gauntlet match. Does whoever win this Gauntlet match then get the title shot?
No.
All right.
Because if it's like early on, like it's not like Randy Orton had to go through a gauntlet.
I'm just asking, man.
I mean, is Thebar going to be in the
like I said, I'm just asking, man.
in like a handicap match?
Just asking. Anyways, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's talk about Kevin Owens and Mustafa Ali taking on Daniel Bryan and Rowan. I still want to say Eric Rowan.
What the hell are they going to do with either? Is Kevin Owens and Mustafa Ali just going to be in the Battle Royal or something? What are they going to do with those guys?
I don't know.
They have really been like nobody cares, and I feel kind of bad. I know you and I care because we both love those guys.
Yeah.
But generally speaking,
In terms of storyline, there's not much going on there.
They're like really low priority right now.
They really are. They're just kind of the side story, for the lack of a better term.
Yeah.
While the Kofi stuff plays out.
That Kofi stuff has added a wonderful new dimension to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Because if they had just if that hadn't happened, if Mustafa Ali hadn't got injured and whatever, I mean, maybe there would have been a lot of heat behind Mustafa Ali. I kind of feel like that extra dimension of Kofi being around for so long added everything.
It's that plus New Day lobbying for him to get a title shot for
Everybody
years.
loves the New Day.
Yes.
And yeah, they've been doing this for years.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kevin Owens and Mustafa Ali, as much as we love them, even if it ended up being Kevin Owens versus Daniel Bryan going into Mania, I don't know. I mean, I trust that they could put some heat in this match, but the Kevin Owens is a face thing, and I think probably by virtue of Kofi, it's interesting to know where it would have gone.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it would have had nearly the movement behind it.
No, I don't
Kofi
think so
thing
either.
has
I don't
had.
think so either. Sorry. Fun enough match, though. Eric Rowan catches Mustafa Ali during a tornado DDT with his iron claw slam type deal and picks
like
up the
that.
win for his team.
I really like that.
Some good stuff, though. But
Yeah.
I just don't know where this is going for Kevin Owens and Mustafa Ali. I don't see them feuding going into Mania.
I
just don't know what's going to happen.
It's possible. Look, if you want, I don't know.
It would require a Kevin Owens heel turn, essentially, because Mustafa Ali
I know.
can't turn heel.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this idea, but given that the Universal title match is a singles match, could they make this a fatal four-way? I much prefer Kofi versus Daniel Bryan as a singles match, but I guess they could make that.
You know what? As much as they're kind of mirroring WrestleMania 30 with what happened to Daniel Bryan, maybe they'll make, if Kofi gets through the gauntlet, they'll make him have another match at the beginning of the show to get into the title match.
That could be.
I don't know. Maybe they'll make Kofi versus, Mustafa Ali.
So the gauntlet's happening next week, right?
Yeah.
That's totally going to be the entire episode, right?
It should at least be the last hour, yeah.
Shouldn't it be like there's a lot of people in that gauntlet, and one of them is Thebar.
No, I think they're separately Thebar. Because it's Orton, Joe, Thebar, and Rowan, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be, I don't know the exact order. Orton, Joe, Sheamus, Cesaro, then Rowan.
Okay,
That's
all right.
how I interpreted it.
When they came out together, I was like, oh, he's got a handicap in this.
Yeah, it's entirely
handicap
possible.
match in this
Entirely
gauntlet match?
possible.
Oh boy.
Entirely possible. Anyway, let's get to this segment because it was long and there's a lot to unpack here. So Vince comes down to the ring. He starts talking, and he says, "Yeah, I promised Kofi a triple threat match, but you weren't listening. He never said he was a triple threat match for the WWE Championship.
Yeah.
Which isn't exactly true. That's more or less what he said. It's the WWE Championship match happening right now. Go.
I guess one of those things you have to take subtext out of it.
I guess so. Well, there really wasn't any subtext. He said the match starts now.
Well, if he literally said the words, "I'll put you in a triple threat. The match starts now." I don't recall him actually saying, "Okay, you're in the match for the." That's probably what he's talking about.
I thought he said something like that, but that match. I thought he said that though.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll have to rewatch it. But it wasn't a triple threat match he was in. It was a handicap match. Different thing entirely. But he did say triple threat match. Anyways, he said, what we're talking about here is a teachable moment. Everybody should pay attention to what I have to say. New Day interrupts. They come down to the ring and they talk about everything they do for the company. They do everything that Vince asks. They're away from their families. They're on the road all the time. They mentioned they just went to India at Vince's behest. And then says Kofi deserves a shot at the title because of all his service to the company. Vince says, no one deserves anything. He says, you don't deserve anything. None of these people deserve anything. Even me, who made this show, who's moved heaven and earth, more or less call himself a deity, doesn't deserve anything.
Yeah. What line of philosophy is that?
Oh, I don't remember.
That's got to be something out there.
Yeah, maybe.
That, maybe. Nobody deserves anything.
No. And then Big E said something along the lines of,
that's not Ayn Rand, is it?
No,
that's more like
that's Ayn Rand didn't believe in charity.
Right? Yeah.
She's not a fan of altruism.
Yeah, that's right.
What's it called? Objectivism? Is that what
something like that? Yeah.
Fountainhead and Atlas Shrugged is all about? Anyways, Big E made some reference to Vince's ego. Vince says, nothing is larger than my ego, essentially.
That was pretty funny.
And he turns to
Vince
Kofi.
was actually pretty good here.
He was. This is the best performance he's had since
it
he came
has
back.
been, yeah.
And hats off to Kofi especially.
Promo of his freaking life.
Even before he spoke a word.
Yeah.
I saw this on Twitter before I watched SmackDown, and my apologies for not referencing who actually put the tweet out there, saying that Kofi never took his eyes off Vince.
Yeah.
As soon as the New Day's music hits and they walk down the ring, he is laser focused on Vince, and just a look on his face.
And they had
the
several
entire time,
close-ups that were just
the look on his face the entire time. Just there was so much going on there.
You get that after how many ever years he's been in wrestling. You know what I mean? Like that's
experience.
You can't fabricate that look.
Yeah.
You know that's on his face
There's
right
just
there.
so much going on with that one look.
Yeah.
There was hurt. There was anger.
Yeah.
Frustration. Just so much going on. It was great. So Vince turns to Kofi and said, essentially, you're not worthy of a title match because if you were, it would have happened by now.
Yeah.
And he says, you're a Hall of Famer, but not as a singles competitor. You're a Hall of Famer with the New Day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is like, woo.
Oh, I know. It was pretty brutal. I mean, he's sort of taken the tact of the detractors that I've seen on Twitter out there, you know, trying to make these kind of points, which, you know, I don't agree with at all. But he's playing the other side of it, and I think it's pretty interesting. I thought that was pretty good.
And then he just says, you're not championship material. He says,
I was talking to Daniel Bryan.
I was talking to Daniel Bryan backstage, and he says, you know what? Daniel says you're just a B+ player.
Daniel Bryan says he's a B+ player. They are hitting these parallels brilliantly. So brilliantly.
Yep.
And I love it. I absolutely love it.
And then Kofi does an extended promo talking about how he's missed birthdays, all sorts of family events. He says he's never been trick-or-treating with his kids because he's always working. He's always on the road. He says he's not looking for a free ride or a handout. He just wants Vince to tell him what he needs to do to earn a shot. Just to get that opportunity.
Just tell me what I have to do, yeah.
And then Randy Orton comes to the ramp, and Vince says, oh, you want to know what you have to do? You have to face this man. Then Samoa Joe to the ramp.
Joe comes
and
out.
this man.
Terrifying, yeah.
And Thebar, and them. And then Rowan comes out, and them. And Vince says, Kofi, you have to run the gauntlet next week.
Yeah.
Then you'll get your shot at WrestleMania.
And again, I was looking at this. Somebody on Twitter also noted that Daniel Bryan did that prior to
against the Shield, right?
Against the Shield, yeah. It looks like he lost that one though. So I don't know if that was like in order to get in, but he ran his own gauntlet match.
Yeah.
The 3
It wasn't until the sit-in.
Right, the sit-in.
That's when he got his. That's when he got his shot finally. So then the heels run down the ring. New Day clears the ring of everybody.
And in full intensity, you know.
Yeah.
They're playing this up as straight laced as possible. I thought it was really good.
Oh, it was great.
One side note: we had a friendo in the audience named Cam, and he DM'd me last night and said at the end of SmackDown, Sheamus had to be helped to the back.
Oh no!
Apparently, after he got tossed out of the ring, it looks like he maybe had tweaked something, but then he was limping. So thanks for the update.
Yes, thank you very much.
Hopefully
he's
Sheamus
fine.
is okay.
Yeah, hopefully he's fine. Anyways, it was a pretty effective segment, getting a bunch of heat on Vince.
I thought Kofi's
performance was out of the world, man.
It really was.
It was
like
so
there
good.
was. It seemed so heartfelt. It seemed so genuine. I thought it was really great. I really did.
Let's take some questions, Steve.
Okay.
Joe Juarez says, "Hey yo, listening in at home due to blizzard." Oh no. You ever seen a blizzard? You ever been in a house during a blizzard?
I don't think so.
It's something that's pretty interesting when you're sitting there and you look out the window, there's a little bit of snow, and like, I don't know, a little bit later there's a foot of snow.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy.
That is weird. Let's see here. Jimmy Thomas here in the Discord. Power rank things you would ask Shane for. What would you ask Shane for?
Oh, Jordan hookup.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He's got new Jordans all the time.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
I want his connection.
That's one of those things where that's annoying to him.
Oh, definitely.
He's like, that's a big favor. I barely know you. That's a big favor.
I know.
I would simply ask
That'd be
him,
number one on my list, though.
I would say, hey, listen, I've been killing it at the gym lately, so I can cheat. I can have a cheat here and there. Can you make sure catering has some Big Texas cinnamon rolls? Big Texas cinnamon rolls.
You know, you can go to a gas station to get those, man.
Oh, yeah, Sunrise Mall. You know, I went back when I worked at Sears.
Yeah.
Back in the day, back when I worked at Dan Sears.
Yeah.
On my break, I'd have one every single break I'd have.
Wow.
Well, I don't
The vending
have
machine?
one break. Vending machine, but you put it in the microwave for 10 seconds, get a milk.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, warm cinnamon rolls hard
That's
to
a
beat.
king's meal right there, man.
A warm cinnamon roll is hard
Oh
to
yeah, Snake Sosa points out also in Discord. Nerd Cubed. Dan.
beat. Yes.
Dan's doing a big charity thing right now.
Yeah, go do.
It's either on the Twitch or on the YouTube. He's got the info on his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So just look at Nerdcube. He's a founding father of this show.
Really is.
I
Go
need
check
to
it
send
out.
him out
Support
a
him.
care package.
We definitely do, yes.
Of all of our crap.
Yes.
We got these new. The shirts are in the way, but if you take a look here,
Here's sticker right
you
here.
got a new pizza sticker along with a new sticker shirt pack that we're gonna be selling at the Friendo
We
Market.
should send him all this stuff.
Yeah, well, I know.
Ryan Rothel. Getting all my ducks in a row for Mania weekend. Will y'all be in New York for the weekend events? If so, Friendo meetup. Unfortunately, not this year. It just makes more sense business-wise for us to stay here and do streams and stuff. So that's what we're going to do. We hope to make it to another Mania weekend at some point, though. It was a good time.
I'd like to try Tampa, perhaps.
All right.
We'll see about that. But okay, Patreon, help me out here.
Dragon Reborn. Daniel Bryan calling Kofi B+ player. Come on, man.
I loved it.
That was good.
Yeah.
Symmetry
Man.
and storytelling.
Oh, it was so
effective.
Great. Yeah.
Christopher Wallace. Does this have a Booker T feel to Kofi's booking?
I mean, so Vince did mutter the line. What did he say? People like you. I tried not to look into it to that degree, but I did hit up Twitter to see. Oh, I forgot. At one point, so like AJ had mentioned the legacy thing earlier, but Vince said you've got these two young bucks propping you up. And, I saw a lot of people, they mentioned Legacy, which of course had Cody in it.
Yeah.
And then he mentioned the Young Bucks.
Which, of course.
That was pretty
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
But I looked on Twitter to see if anybody had sort of sentiments about, the racial thing. And I didn't notice a lot, although I'm sure it was out there. I tried to give it the benefit of the doubt, and he was talking about, his in-ring accomplishments, Kofi's career, as opposed to any of that. I'm sure that, if you want to be... I don't know, cynical about it, you could maybe find that, but I wasn't really looking for it. So
Yeah, nor was I.
If they
It
go,
becomes more of a
if they
storyline
go
point
thick
later
on it next week,
then yeah,
that'd be really unfortunate
Yes.
too. But I don't see that as being an issue.
Yeah. Jack Daddy, Umpire, Rich Hardesty, Tom and Corey are great. Graves dropped the "Is that why you don't date?" line on Byron, and
God,
Byron
what was
had
preceding
to call
that?
the match for a bit because Tom was laughing.
Yeah, there was a line that preceded that.
What match was it during?
I forget, but Byron
Was it during
said,
the Asuka Mandy Rose one?
maybe, and Byron said something like some things can traumatize people for years or something like that.
Yeah.
And then Corey said, "Is that why you don't date, Byron?" And it was funny, and I really wish Byron would have said, "Corey, is that really a place you want to go?"
Ooh.
Let's see here. Alex Foster here on Patreon said, "I feel like Byron's commentary has really helped me root for Kofi." I really like Byron.
Byron's great.
The SmackDown team.
It's the best on the main
really
roster,
stellar.
hand down.
Is really
Hands
stellar.
down. Donovan Dean, any potty training tips for my baby girl? Need help. You just gotta be patient. Be vigilant.
Yeah, we just let Bama do, she even took a little bit longer than I think yours was like a little sooner than Bama. I think Violet was like a little bit sooner in her life than Bama was. But we just, take your time. And honestly, with Alabama, it was more like she goes to school every day. And so it was more a matter like when she finally used the toilet, she just had to go at school and she just did it. She came home and told us. We're like, really? You just did that? You didn't tell anybody? She's like, yeah. So look, when the kids will figure it out.
Yeah.
They'll figure it out.
With us, with our oldest, it was around the time where we were going to start sending her to preschool. Mm-hmm. And, if you send the kids to preschool, it's cheaper if they're potty trained.
Yeah.
And so we were motivated to kind of get her potty trained before going to school,
Yeah.
somewhat. And so we told her, just said, hey, if it'd be better if you go to preschool if you didn't have to worry about diapers anymore.
Daddy saves money. Yeah.
Well, I didn't say I didn't present it to her as a value proposition.
Oh,
no. I just said, it's like a step in the maturation process. You go to school, you can get you get potty trained, and it's just for the betterment of all if we do that. And she's like, all right. And then, it took a little time, but eventually happened.
Everybody's different. Everybody goes at their own pace.
Exactly.
With my stepkids, Lacey, I remember she told me, she was like, when they were young, she literally was just like, we don't have any diapers, so you got to figure it out. And then, with Alabama, because she's the baby, and Lacey's older and I'm older and everything, she's much more coddled. And so there's none of that. There's none of the tough love. I mean, to a degree there is, but with her it was like, God, you're still wearing diapers, kid. What's your problem? But one thing we did that might have helped with like one of the boxes of diapers. They have like a cool little storybook that comes with it about a little kid who's all excited about using the crapper.
There's plenty of books out there about.
And if you're really positive about it, they're more likely, I think, in some situations.
And another thing we made a chart. That if that there's like 5 spaces, and she put magnets up, and she filled up the chart, and she would get something at the end of the chart.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
It's just positive reinforcement. Don't punish the kid if they don't go potty. Yeah. And also like our youngest, of course, she wants to be like her sister. So when she got to the point where she can comprehend, fully, this is the process of doing all this. She was pretty quick. I think it's before she even turned 3.
What do you think about this? Eddie Jose Guevara Menivar suggests, I got a new show idea. Going in Raw Quickie, it can be a recap show about 5 minutes long. He wants us to condense Raw and then SmackDown 5 minutes.
We're a podcast, man.
We want people to stay tuned so they can listen to our ads for hymns and HelloFresh and
exactly. Dragon Reborn, where's the Action Now button for entrances? Apparently SmackDown had it and ran the commercials during them.
Yeah, it was great.
Smart.
Awesome.
Nick Failer, are these great promo signs that creative is actually changing, or will they continue to be outliers to the norm? I mean, more often than not, SmackDown from a creative standpoint has been pretty strong for a long time.
Yeah.
Anytime you put a mic like in Joe's hand, you're going to get a great promo.
Yeah.
We've had some good promos. Daniel Bryan's been dropping some great promos for the last few months.
I do. Yeah, I think that SmackDown in particular, like...
I feel like SmackDown gives the talents more freedom.
I shouldn't be interested in Randy Orton, and yet with one promo, I'm really into that match.
Yeah.
I'm really into it. I think it's great.
Do you get that vibe that SmackDown might give
I definitely get that
a little
vibe.
More leeway?
Oh, yeah. I definitely... I feel like Vince, even though he's obviously knee-deep in this Kofi thing... But God, it's good. It's really good. I feel like everything that they don't micromanage, which is everything but Raw. I think they micromanage the crap out of Raw. It feels that way.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why Raw,
like
by and large...
The life is sucked out of the show.
By and large, Raw is kind of more the chore to watch. Everything else is stellar. SmackDown, NXT, 205 Live. It's all really, really good. Like the WWE stuff is really good.
Jeffrey Nguyen, they say turmeric helps with memory, Steve. Turmeric.
I'm sorry, what?
Turmeric.
What is turmeric?
It's a spice.
Ah, really?
I think it's good for your immune system, too.
Okay, I'll look into that.
It's not heavy. It doesn't like have a really strong flavor. It's orange.
Okay. Start dumping that in everything.
Whenever you cook chicken, it goes well with chicken. Put some turmeric and paprika on your chicken. It'll go well. Yeah, write that down. Damon Cruz, you like turmeric. Put paprika on it, too, because paprika is just good in chicken. Damon Cruz, you like how WB have punished the Usos? They lock them up.
Well, that's the Usos are in their own they own the penitentiary.
Yeah, they're the wardens.
They're the wardens.
Yeah.
I think
They're
that's
not.
how it works.
They're not prisoners. They're the wardens.
Right. Harry wrestling fan. What would be the worst possible outcome for the WWE Championship match at Mania? The worst possible scenario, I think, is Kofi getting laid out by somebody prior to the match and not making it to the match. They pulled the CM Punk thing.
I actually feel like the more likely... We talked about this before, where there's 3 possible really good feel-good moments, and we don't feel like all 3 of them can happen.
Yeah.
Becky winning, Seth winning, and Kofi winning. I feel like right now the story with Kofi is not so much winning the title, it's just getting the chance.
Yeah.
That at Mania, that's the one most likely, I would think, to not have the happy ending.
That Gauntlet match should be number one, hugely overbooked. He's going to get.
Oh, it's going to be an overbooked.
And it should be so much fun.
Yeah, it's going to be overbooked.
An
Absolutely
hour
delightful mess.
of
Yes.
just how is this dude going to survive this thing?
Yes.
Because I think he has to.
Yes.
Or he's going to lose the gauntlet and find some other way in.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But
they're making such a point of him just getting the chance
yeah.
to take on Daniel Bryan as a story.
Yeah.
That I just wonder if maybe even getting to the match at Mania is going to be kind of the. Let's say he won't get it at some point.
Yeah.
Because I think it'd be interesting potentially for him to have the match at Mania, have Rowan or Harper or something help Daniel Bryan win only for the following pay-per-view at Money in the Bank or something, or have Kofi win Money in the Bank, something like that. What?
Let's do this really quick.
What? Make sure you're not writing on something important.
I'm not. Balancing out feel-good moments
Yeah.
at Mania versus moments that are not going to be feel-good moments that we could sort of give up. Okay.
So Seth versus Brock, I just feel like it's basically a necessity that Seth has to win that match.
Seth has to win. Becky
Versus Ronda versus Charlotte. Depending if Ronda goes or stays, it's either going to be Becky winning, or they can do a thing where Ronda wins because Charlotte taps. Ronda will stick around. Then they'll get Ronda versus Becky 1-on-1 at SummerSlam, and Becky will win there.
I cannot believe that they would have Becky not win that match. That would surprise the hell out of me. It
Again,
really
man,
would.
it's heat for heat's sake sometimes, man.
I know. It's the Brock thing. I get it. Let's see here. Seth, Becky, and then what's the third? Oh, Kofi.
Daniel Bryan.
Okay. Angle's retirement.
He'll lose that,
Even if it's against Cena?
probably.
Angle won that very first Cena match. So I guess this is Cena's.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
they've fought a million times since
Yeah.
then. So that's one that could be not a feel-good moment. But Cena winning, that's not necessarily a feel-bad moment.
It's not.
No,
It'll
it's
be a
not.
nice moment after the match.
Yeah, I think so. So you can have, that can be, a loss for Angle.
Yeah, let's say Hardys versus Usos. Usos go over.
Okay, yeah.
People like the Usos, so it's not like a feel-bad moment.
Okay, Usos. I think that
Shane Miz.
I think Shane can win that.
Yeah. Although I kind of feel like the Miz needs to.
I think Shane can win that. Shane needs to win a WrestleMania match.
Yeah, I know.
He does.
Cedric versus Buddy Murphy, assuming that's the match.
Nobody cares about that.
Oh, I do. Cedric will win that. That'd be feel good, but I'll probably be on the pre-show.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be Oscar.
Drew Roman.
Oh, Roman's gonna win with Dean's help.
Okay.
Oscar versus, I'm guessing.
Here's the thing. Yeah.
Fire and Desire. Oscar wins that.
See, you've got too many. Some of these have to go the other way, though. Mm-hmm. You know who might lose? Finn.
Yeah.
Finn Lashley. You can't have every feel-good moment. Batista, Triple H. Batista could win that.
Oh, no, Triple H is going to win.
You think so?
Yeah, because when Batista first started this whole thing, he says, what's the one thing you've never done, Hunter? Beat me.
Yeah.
Triple H totally winning that match.
All right. Well, again, you're looking at all feel-good moments here, man. You're saying Roman's going to win, Asuka's going to win, Triple H is going to win. Some of these people have to lose.
There's more matches, though. Revival will win. They'll keep those Raw Tag Team titles.
Revival.
Probably.
All right. But here's the problem, is that you're loading up the downer moments to the matches nobody cares about.
No, that's why Kofi's probably going to lose.
That place is going to shit on that arena if Kofi loses, though, man. I don't know. Out of these top three, Seth, Becky, Kofi, can they dole out a heartbreaker here?
Yeah, they have to. Only two of those three is going to happen.
Boy.
Seth, the most certain one is Seth winning.
I don't know, man. I think the most certain one is Becky winning.
Mm-mm. It's all dependent on if Ronda stays. If Ronda decides to take
That's
some time
the
off,
main event of the show.
well,
That's going to finish the show.
I wouldn't. Well, that's not a near certainty. I think if they decide for Ronda to go over, it probably won't be.
That's a certainty. If Ronda goes over, Anna is not going to main event the show. But that's the biggest match on the card.
Oh, agreed. Yeah,
That is the biggest match on the card.
Agreed.
How does that not end the show?
I mean, it should.
I don't know, man. And on top of that, here's the thing about Ronda. She's calling the WWE fake right now.
Yeah, with WWE's blessing.
The person, I know, but with WWE's blessing, the person calling it fake is going to win and validate that it's fake?
I mean, she'll eventually get her comeuppance at SummerSlam against Becky.
Are you going to vote
101.
for Ronda in the predictions?
I don't know. I got to wait to see how the story plays out.
No, man, Becky's winning that match. That's a certainty.
No, Seth winning is the only certainty.
Seth winning is less of a certainty than Becky winning.
No, I don't think so.
All right, well.
Robbie Hyde, Balor versus Taker or Lashley, which is more likely? Has there been some rumblings of Finn versus Taker at Mania?
Really?
I don't know. I'm asking.
No, I have not heard one thing about it. Has somebody else said
Apart
that?
from WrestleVote saying that maybe the reason that Finn dropped the belts because they had something planned for him.
Is that all speculation?
Yeah, I think so. Everything's based off that one tweet, I think. Yes, it is. Of the two, I'd rather have Balor versus Lashley. Have Finn get that title back. I really don't care to see Undertaker wrestle anymore.
Oh, I definitely see. That's a huge match for Finn. That's a massive match. I know, man. I don't want to see Undertaker wrestle either. But I'd be honest with you, I'd rather see that than Finn. Finn fighting the Undertaker is a much bigger deal than him fighting for his Intercontinental Championship. That's
we forgot to mention AJ versus Orton. That's a Mania match.
Randy can win that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. Is he really the bad guy here? Is there a bad guy here?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, he's naturally a bad guy.
Yeah.
Is he really the bad guy?
Yeah, I think so.
I guess so.
Of the two of them, yeah.
All of his points are really good, though. He's worked really hard, and he came up very young, and he shouldn't be punished for that just because he didn't wrestle in a bingo hall.
But also, he's had a lot of help. Zach Hollywood, I appreciate Vince as the Calypso of WWE, granting people wishes, but taking them way too literally and screwing them because he's evil. Undisputed Bebe, what if Kofi wins the belt and then New Day all turn on each other once they have the belt, leading to a triple threat at SummerSlam? I don't want any story where the New Day break up. They're too good together. And I think it'd be awesome if they were all elevated to main event single stars as the group, like the Shield were. Dylan Haggett.
I'm going to run this community poll here really quick.
All right.
Because I'm curious about this.
Hey, friendos, better promo off, AJ Orton or Triple H Dave? I think the AJ Orton promo was better because it was succinct. It was to the point. It wasn't cheesy. There was no clumsiness to it.
Oh, I thought it was way better.
Yeah.
I thought that the Batista Triple H one was corny and it was charming because of its simplicity.
Yeah.
But it was too simple.
Yeah.
This was really good because they were both making really good points. I really liked it.
Joe Juarez, G1 tickets just went on sale. Just got mine. Cool. G1 tickets. First day G1 in Dallas.
Awesome. Very cool.
S8, funny how Vince brought up the New Day back in Kofi when AJ just went over Orton's help during his career and Triple H had Stephanie, DX, and Evolution. Philly Flexer just scored G1 tickets, super hype. Cool. Dragon Reborn, people have fun on SmackDown Live and Raw just seems like a job. I know. Raw seems fairly mirthless.
Raw's in a bigger hole.
Except for Roman. Roman's having a blast.
He loves life. It's chill Roman all the way right now,
Heck
by
yeah,
the
man.
way, and we'll take credit for that. Raw is in a hole where they need stellar episodes to be considered good episodes. You know what I mean? That's the problem with it, is that it was so bad for so long. Like week after week, it was a chore. And even when these days, like last week's, or the Flair one 2 weeks ago, was like a killer episode. And we acknowledged it, but still, it's like it's in a hole. So you don't look forward to it.
When the baseline is
you don't look
chore.
forward to it. SmackDown, I look forward to. NXT, I look forward to.
Man. All right, finish that, and then we got some trivia to do.
All right, so on the community tab, I have a poll. Which of these is most likely not to happen? Seth wins Universal title. Becky wins Raw Women's title. I should put at Mania. Kofi wins WWE title.
Okay.
Because I think I agree that one of these
Isn't
can't
gonna
happen.
Yeah, one of them's not going to happen.
But Becky's the A story right now, right? She's the A story.
Yeah.
A story has to come through the way it has to come through.
Not necessarily.
I know. Last year, Roman was the A story,
He lost.
and he lost. How did that loss go down again? What was it?
It was just like all finishers. They just did a bunch of
Oh,
finishers.
that's right.
on
it was
each other.
finish.
Yeah, he ate like 6 F5s or something.
And I was sitting there sweating over our live stream because it was like worst live stream ever.
Yeah, we didn't really have internet yet, so.
Posting it right now.
All right, you ready? Time to
ready.
describe. All right. Tough enough competitor. Almost broke Kurt Angle's arm.
Daniel Pooter.
Yeah. Structure. Around the ring.
Elimination Chamber?
Can be blue.
Steel Cage.
Yes. King of Strong Style.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Dentist.
Isaac Yankem DDS.
One of the tiers of our Patreon, they set up the structure with which wrestling matches take place in.
Ring Crew?
Yes. One of the better WWE video games.
No Mercy.
Yes.
Okay. I like that you didn't say, because a lot of people feel this way, the best WWE video game. The best one is actually
WCW vs. NWO World Tour.
Correct. Here we go.
Actually, virtual wrestling's pretty good because it's got Minoru Suzuki in it.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
It's got a huge roster, too.
It does have a really great roster. Number one. You know, I watched some Nitro last night.
Zach Gibson's on there?
No.
Oh.
I watched some Nitro last night because I wanted to see some Harlem Heat.
Oh, yeah.
And I got to see a lot of Harlem Heat, and it made me very happy.
Awesome.
They beat Luger and Sting for the tag titles.
Awesome.
Number one. I think this match had to do with the Great Khali.
Punjabi Prison?
Yes. Didn't that have to do with the Great Khali?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, God. So this guy, for whatever reason, his nickname, his name was alliterative, and his nickname, which was in the middle of his name, is synonymous with a giant garbage.
Duke the Dumpster Drosy.
Very good. This bout happens off TV.
Off TV?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, dark match.
Yeah. Hogan, Hall, and Nash.
NWO.
What's their full name?
New World Order.
Very good. I don't know what this next thing is.
All right, just break it down.
I can't. It is literally a word that I have no idea what it is. I can't even break the word down. It's a bunch of nonsense. I'm going to move on. Finally, what is Paige Falkenberg best known for these days?
DDP Yoga. Let me see what the fifth one is.
What is that?
I have no idea.
What is Go-Go Plata?
I have no idea.
I don't know what that means.
You could say it's a pop punk band from the 80s, the Go-Go's.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you got to Plata, though. I don't know. I have no idea.
Let's see here. I'm going to go to the community tab and see what the
it's a move.
What the result is. Oh, it's a move. Oh, Go-Go Plata.
Or a foot choke. Uses the shin bones. Oh, I guess it's kind of like what the Undertaker uses.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of what it is.
Okay. So right now with 79 votes, people are pessimistic about Kofi Kingston winning that title. They're next pessimistic about Seth, and then they're finally pessimistic about Becky. It's 54% think Kofi might not win that title, then Seth, then Becky with 15%.
Interesting.
So nobody knows.
Yeah.
I mean, it's anything's like you bet against Brock Lesnar. You know, like how many times that guy kept that title?
A lot. This seems a lot more final than the previous.
I totally get your point about Ronda Rousey, and I half agree with it. Kofi, I don't know. How are you going to not let Kofi win that title? Begin heat for heat's sake. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. My heart can't say Kofi. My head can't say Becky, and that just leaves me with Seth.
All right.
So I don't know.
Anyways.
We have a overrun coming up.
We do.
With chat trivia.
We do.
So if you want in on that, $5 on the Patreon, and you can win.
Yes.
Perhaps.
Yes.
Really bad drawing.
Yes.
From one of us.
Yes. Well, if it's not about you, it'd probably be a pretty decent drawing.
Hopefully Go-Go Plata won't be on another card.
Yeah, that was tough.
Anyways, that's it for the show. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Very much.
Till next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.
Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steven Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.